Okay, hello everybody. I am the designer,
And I'm the researcher.
and you are in the VIRIVERSE, which is Immersive Sustainability by VIRIDESCENT, and we are very excited to be launching the first of our comic collections. Today we release book 2.0 and issue 2.1 called Fire and Ice. This is the Friction Comic Collection. A planet of fire and ice with elements of silver and depths of shadow, all colliding at the string of serenity.
And our album of inspiration is Fear Inoculum by Tool. I encourage everyone to go listen to it. I would argue that it was the best album release of 2019. Our quote of inspiration is, "If I am not for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for myself, what am I? And if not now, when?" By Hillel.
And our sustainability lessons, there will typically always be 3 for every comic we do. And today, a balanced soul, how friction can help us find balance in life. We will do a little mental health awareness, specifically around climate anxiety, but a few other things as well. The struggle is real. And this is us opening a bit of a storytelling portal. This is real people doing real things in real places. The string of serenity, fire meets ice and vibrates to a good life of balance. Fire and ice, they rise and they fall, they crash and they crawl. The sustainability champion knows this relationship well, as it hovers all around them every day. A relationship with a powerful but unsustainable energy source, that of fossil fuels. This brings guilt and frustration. A lot of frustration. The ice is, well, ice, the Earth's thermometer, glaciers. Somewhere between this friction lies a peaceful place of energy. In the center of this oh-so-delicate relationship lies an oh-so-delicate string, a string of serenity. This microsphere vibrates with a quiet confidence. It exists in a balanced state. Given that it is surrounded by conflict, that balance doesn't come easy. This place of serenity is open to visitors, but is not easily traveled to, particularly for humans, though some find their way. How long a being can stay is dependent on the health of their soul. Is it in balance? A jump to the string is in play. Unbalanced, good luck finding anything but flame and frost.
This is where the designer comes in. Residing on his home planet of friction the past 6 months, one of the original Vera vigilantes has been riding the wave of chaos. 1 minute, the energy has flowed like a wolf on the chase, ready to strike. Another, the call to action drips and slides like a glacier melting away in the Arctic. He has flowed like a river, carving a canyon from one world-changing moment to the next. The indigenous people living here exist with an odd mix of personality. 1, the chaos. 2, the zen. This split existence is their strength and their weakness. Sometimes they have no choice but to swing like a pendulum. But the more they grow in life, the more often they can enjoy time in the string. Climate anxiety. The struggle is real. There is a cost to action on climate. It's been a journey through thick and thin, amidst trial and tribulation. Months of staring at that fucking wall. This wall stands between humans and a sustainable existence. The sustainability champions are dwarfed by it every day. Every damn day. Can it be reconstructed into a regenerating spin, looping humanity into a better way of life? For the designer, the progress has been stingy. It's there, but the price has been steep. Constantly trapped in a tortured chamber of climate anxiety, a passion for making the world a better place, and a desire to support his family, this Viro has pushed on. A being that dreams big, is fiercely loyal, and finds strength in helping others find their own strength, the fatigue has started to set in. There has been sacrifice, inspiration, despair, and compassion.
Partnership. Together, we can rise up to meet the challenges of our time. Sometimes that desire to help everyone leaves our Viro picking up the pieces. There is an admirable element of selflessness here, but too much selflessness can be the most selfish thing. Saving the world is great, but without a balanced approach, friction comes into play. Exhaustion creeps in, and hurt for those who love you rises. Work to the bone, innovate to the core, and dream to the stars. At what cost? Something has been found on friction, though. Something powerful, something meaningful, something so critically important to a sustainability champion that it has to be shared. You are not alone. I sometimes feel alone. I imagine you maybe do too. You are not alone. All origin stories start with the hero trying to go it alone. Dumbasses like me. It is only when that hero realizes that they aren't alone that they are able to save the world. This planet friction, represents the fine line that those who walk and take action every day. Will it be burnout or a regenerative and sustainable way of life? Yes.
Superpowers to kryptonite. Both are good in balance. Both are bad when unbalanced. All these beings have superpowers, but they also have kryptonite too. This kryptonite doesn't always mean weakness, though. Sometimes it is the thing that an aspiring hero needs to hear, needs to experience. Sometimes a weakness can be a strength, and sometimes a strength can be a weakness. In fact, the VIRIVERSE were founded on a sustainability beacon of every shadow has a silver lining. The designer's journey the past 6 months has been a chaotic flow of friction, but that friction has softened. Our Viro has a new set of eyes and a clearer mind. Flying this path built upon ice and surrounded by fire, his travels through the VIRIVERSE have brought him a new friend and a bit of a mentor, the Reimaginer.
Yeah.
He resides on the moons of wisdom and possesses a compass that will lead us to the string of serenity.
Cool. I can't wait to meet the Reimaginer personally.
Me too.
All right. We won't give away his identity just yet. Stay true to you. Don't let the system, society, bullies, my personal favorite, or life experiences take the best of who you are. Hi, my name is Chance Thompson. I am the designer. You may be thinking this dude is a weirdo and a bit self-righteous. Well, he may be a bit right, honestly. I grew up in a beautiful little mountain valley called Potomac in the backwoods of Montana. And since I was a little kid, I've been both terrified and inspired by climate change. I grew up wanting to be an ecologist and help animals, particularly wolves, which is my kind of favorite animal, tied to my alter ego, survive the changes to come. I was bullied relentlessly every day. Often came home from school crying to my mom, and she said, "Stay true to you." And so I've always tried to do that. This is in part that, I suppose. I believe the very best in people. I fight for the best of us, and if you're the worst, I'm annoyingly persistent about trying to reach you in optimism. 2020 was, of course, a really heavy year. For my family, though, it was a year of hope, a lot of hope. My son, Milo, in the VIRIVERSE, he is also known as Mighty Milo, was born. And it pushed me to fight harder for a better world, but it also inspired me to find a more balanced approach. Mental health. There is strength in shadow work. There are silver lining soldiers born of that work. I want my son to see his dad helping others, but I also want him to just simply see me. I want to be present in his life. The designer is my push for a sustainable self, but the VIRIVERSE is all about helping others find that as well. We can solve the global challenges we are faced with, but first we must solve our own internal challenges, and I think vulnerability is key to this, as is finding a balanced soul, as we refer to it from the viridescent scope. This will take us humans to the string of serenity. So, to share my greatest kryptonite, but what I see is maybe my greatest superpower too. I live with mental illness. This exists as a stress-induced anxiety and hypersensitivity condition, which is causing and has caused for 10 plus years chronic pain in my stomach and back on a daily basis. This can suck ass, honestly, but it often puts me in tune with myself, the world, and the people in it. And society tells me this is my disadvantage. I choose to wield it as my power. Our next issue will elaborate on this experience and the strength that I draw from it. For now, though, let us all celebrate that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And whether you are a sustainability champion or not, don't care, doesn't matter, you're awesome. Know that you are not alone. And an important note, I care for my health with many tools, which our next issue will speak to a little bit. We won't spend a ton of time in my mental health all the time, for sure, but it'll be a thread weaving in the fabrics, and from time to time, and we'll talk a little bit more next time. But not the least of which is seeing a therapist regularly. If you're struggling, reach out to someone, please. A friend, a family member, a professional, whoever you feel most comfortable with. If it helps, I promise that it does. And certainly Viridescent is always here if you ever need a friend. So some resources, you can call 1-800-273-8255 if you're in immediate need of help. And you can also text the letters MHA, Mental Health Awareness, to 741-741. And you can also go to Instagram at Mental Health America and at SamHSAGov on Instagram.
We encourage you to reach out.
Yes, we absolutely do. Okay, that is all she wrote. So, we are your Vera Vigilantes. We are here to inspire, get weird, and shake things up, and drop a damn awesome bomb of sustainability in your face.
Boom!
Yeah. You may get so immersed you'll forget what's real, or you may get so real you'll build the sustainable world we all reach for every day. Stop being human and start being human. Welcome to the VIRIVERSE, Immersive Sustainability by Viridescent. Yeah, it's totally cheesy and ridiculous, but that's great. I love it. It should be a little cheesy and ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. It's a comic.
Yeah, it's a comic.